If you're not careful, a function can quickly get out of control, especially when you start reusing it for different tasks. To help combat this, helper functions in Swift can keep your code clean, organized, and easier to manage. We'll cover an example of using a helper function in this video to show how it can help simplify your code. Currently, we're fetching training movies from our API using the fetch titles function. Since training TV has the same URL, the only change needed is swapping movie for TV. But we also need to fetch top-rated movies and TV shows. These calls have slightly different URLs, meaning modifying our fetch titles function. Let's open Data Fetcher and take a look. I'll paste the URL for top-rated media right after the training URL. The URLs are similar, with the main difference being the order of media and type. For example, the first URL uses trending/movie, while the second uses movie/top rated. Additionally, trending includes day before the API query, whereas the latter places top rated before the query. Since only the URL changes, we can keep the same function, add a parameter, and update the logic to build the appropriate URL. We could add that logic directly inside this function, but it would get big fast. Looking ahead, we'll also need this function for our search screen. Therefore, using a helper function now is a better approach. First, let's add the new parameter. After for media string, put a comma, add by type :string. This lets us specify the media as either movie or TV and choose between trending or top rated as the type. Now we can make our helper function. Double click on the fetch titles closing brace, add a couple lines, type private func build URL parentheses media :string comma type :string parentheses throws return arrow URL question mark with braces. We mark the function as throws, allowing us to throw error enums when needed. Inside the helper function, we need to unwrap base URL and API key. Lucky for us, this is complete already. Scroll up, cut the first two lines from fetch titles, paste them inside the build URL function, make some space, and add var path :string. This path will be used to construct the correct URL based on the type. I'll scroll all the way down for more room, add a couple lines, if type double equals parentheses trending parentheses braces path equals parentheses 3 / trending / parentheses media parentheses / day else if type double equals top _rated braces path equals parentheses 3 / parentheses media parentheses / top _rated else parentheses throw network error .url build failed. With the path correctly made, we just need to build the URL. We got lucky again and already completed this. Scroll up to the fetch titles function and cut the guard let statement. Paste it under the else statement and build URL. Let's rename fetch titles URL to just URL. Also, replace the hard-coded path in .appending with our path variable. Below the guard let statement, add return URL. This completes the build URL function. Let's put this new function to work by scrolling up one more time. Before the print statement, type let fetch titles URL equals try build URL media type. We just need to unwrap since the build URL function returns an optional. Guard let fetch titles URL equals fetch titles URL else braces throw network error dot URL build failed. I'll fix our spacing. That completes our fetch titles function, allowing it to fetch both trending and top-rated titles. Without the build URL helper function, this logic would stay inside fetch titles, making it messy and harder to maintain. Please try to use helper functions whenever they make sense. To wrap this up, go back to view model, add the missing parameters for our fetch title call. We can put parentheses trending. That's it for this video. Thank you for spending some time with me today. I'll see you in the next one.